Welcome, dear viewers and spiritual seekers. Today we're diving deep into an extraordinary cosmic event that's unfolding right now in our collective experience, the Scorpion Gateway. This rare energetic passage represents a critical turning point in our spiritual evolution, arriving precisely as we stand at the crossroads between holding on to what's familiar and embracing profound transformation. The Scorpion Gateway is not merely another astrological event. It's a powerful energetic doorway occurring as the moon enters Scorpio, creating an intense activation point that will test your readiness for stepping into a new timeline. This gateway brings an end to illusions and marks the beginning of absolute energetic accountability. If you've been postponing your inner work, putting off necessary changes, or avoiding difficult truths, this cosmic alignment will bring those delays to an abrupt conclusion. What makes this passage so powerful is the tension between Taurus and Scorpio energy. Taurus energy naturally seeks stability, comfort, and preservation of the status quo. It wants to hold things in place, keeping us within the boundaries of what feels safe and known. But Scorpio energy operates very differently. It forces buried truths to surface, regardless of how uncomfortable or disruptive those revelations might be. And with Uranus in Taurus creating direct opposition to the Scorpio moon, this pressure won't just feel internal. It will manifest tangibly in your everyday reality in ways you cannot ignore. The Scorpion Gateway carries specific characteristics that set it apart from other energetic transitions. Understanding these qualities is essential for navigating this passage successfully. First and foremost, this gateway is remarkably narrow, targeted and non-repeating. Unlike recurring astrological events that offer multiple opportunities for growth, this particular alignment creates a unique window that will not present itself again in the same way. The energetic opportunity it provides is precise and time-sensitive. You either move through this gateway with conscious intention, shedding what no longer serves your highest path, or you bring those outdated energies into a future timeline that will actively reject them. The full moon at the center of this passage opens a short-lived portal specifically designed for radical transformation. This isn't about gentle incremental change. It's about decisive, courageous action that fundamentally alters your energetic signature. If you approach this portal with integrity, clarity, and decisiveness, you'll experience accelerated timeline upgrades, immediate relief from internal chaos, and a profound sense of alignment with your true path. But hesitation during this critical window will have equally powerful effects in the opposite direction. The astrological configuration of Uranus in Taurus, opposing the Scorpio moon, creates particularly intense conditions. Uranus brings unexpected changes, breakthroughs, and disruptions, while Taurus generally resists sudden shifts. When these energies oppose the revelatory power of a Scorpio moon, the result is a shock to the system designed to eliminate anything false or inauthentic in your life. This transit destabilizes the structures and patterns you've depended on, especially those that have been keeping you separate from your authentic truth. Perhaps most significantly, this gateway marks a point of timeline splitting. The decisions you make during this passage don't just affect your immediate circumstances. They determine which energetic reality you'll inhabit moving forward. The timelines are diverging based on levels of consciousness, authenticity, and willingness to release what no longer serves the highest good. Your response to the Scorpion Gateway will directly determine your experience in the coming weeks and months. The consequences of your choices during this time will manifest quickly and unmistakably. If you choose aligned action, facing uncomfortable truths, making necessary changes, and releasing what needs to go, you'll experience immediate benefit. These include heightened clarity about your path forward, energetic upgrades that attune you to higher timeline possibilities, and profound relief from the internal chaos that comes from resisting your own evolution. You'll notice how much easier it becomes to breathe, think, and make decisions, because you're no longer carrying the energetic burden of what was meant to be released. Conversely, if you choose avoidance, ignoring clear signals, making excuses, or distracting yourself from what needs to be addressed, you'll find yourself trapped in outdated loops, where progress becomes increasingly difficult. The pressure of unresolved issues will build rapidly, creating resistance on multiple levels. You may try to move forward, but find yourself repeatedly encountering the same obstacles because you haven't cleared the underlying blockages that this gateway is highlighting. Your body and energy system will provide clear feedback about whether you're aligned with this transition. If you're resisting the necessary changes, you may experience increasing fatigue as your system works overtime to maintain outdated patterns. Confusion might cloud your thinking as your higher self tries to break through denial. Anxiety may intensify as your system recognizes the growing gap between where you are and where you need to be. You might even experience emotional shutdown as a protective mechanism against overwhelming truth. However, these experiences aren't signs of weakness or failure. They're important warning signals from your soul, urging you toward alignment. If you surrender to the release this gateway demands, if you trust the process even when it feels like things are falling apart, you'll experience an immediate energetic lightness. What's falling away isn't essential to who you are. It's dead weight you were never meant to carry into your next chapter. The Scorpion Gateway functions as a powerful system of divine enforcement in our spiritual evolution. It's not a casual suggestion from the universe. It's a definitive line being drawn in the energetic sand. This passage acts as an energetic sorting system, organizing souls according to their readiness for higher consciousness. You either evolve with this energy, making the necessary adjustments to align with your highest potential, or you find yourself left behind in denser, more restrictive timelines. There simply isn't a middle option available. The intensity of this gateway doesn't allow for partial commitment or half measures. More specifically, this passage serves as a non-negotiable karmic checkpoint, dismantling anything that stands in the way of your evolution. This includes expired relationships that have served their purpose, energetic attachments to outcomes or identities that limit your growth, karmic debts that must be settled before you can move forward, unconscious behavioral loops that keep you trapped in repetitive patterns, and identities you've outgrown but continue to maintain out of fear or familiarity. If you've been ignoring the inner nudges to release these elements from your life, this full moon will catalyze those releases with or without your conscious cooperation. You may experience these endings as sudden impact points in your reality. Connections might sever unexpectedly. Opportunities that weren't truly aligned might collapse without warning. Roles you've played for years could become unrecognizable almost overnight. It's vital to understand that these changes aren't punishments, they're acts of divine restructuring. Your soul has been requesting these changes for a long time, often through subtle signals that your conscious mind may have overlooked or rationalized away. Now those requests are being delivered with an intensity that cannot be ignored. Whether your ego feels ready or not, letting go with clarity is the only sustainable option. Trying to hold together what the universe is actively dismantling will only exhaust your energy and delay your entry into new possibilities. At a deeper and more meaningful level, the Scorpion Gateway is like a doorway for all of humanity. It offers a powerful chance for us to rise above the emotional patterns that have kept us feeling stuck and small for a very long time. These patterns are part of the old way of living, what some call the third dimension, and they've shaped our thoughts, our reactions, and even our beliefs for generations. These emotions like fear, not feeling safe or worthy, guilt over the past, and shame about who we are, aren't just bad feelings we try to ignore. They are actually like invisible chains. They hold us back, locking us into old habits and ways of thinking that limit what we can become. When we don't deal with these emotions, they mess with how we see the world, make it harder to trust our inner voice, and weaken the creative energy inside of us. Instead of growing and thriving, we end up just surviving, barely getting by emotionally or spiritually. This full moon comes with very intense energy, and it acts like a bright spotlight or a mirror that shows us exactly what needs to be healed and let go of. It's not here to make us suffer. It's here to bring the truth into the light. Sometimes the truth can be uncomfortable to see, but that discomfort is actually a sign that something deep within us is ready to change. If we try to ignore these emotional patterns during this powerful time, we'll likely feel more out of balance than usual. We might feel anxious or uneasy for no clear reason. We may feel tired even after resting. We could find it hard to make decisions or notice that we're blaming others for things we haven't dealt with inside ourselves. All of this is a signal. It's our soul trying to get our attention. But if we choose to face these inner blocks with courage, if we take time to reflect, release and grow, we can experience major shifts. Our mind becomes clearer, helping us think straight. Our emotions become more calm and steady, even if life around us is still chaotic. And most importantly, we begin to reconnect with our higher guidance, our soul, our intuition, our inner life. The key to this transformation isn't somewhere outside of you. It's right in the middle of what you've been avoiding. What you're most afraid to face is exactly what can set you free. This moon is not giving us warnings just for the sake of it. It's calling us, urgently and clearly. Either you rise above these lower emotional patterns, or you stay stuck in them. The choice is real, and the time is now. Those who are willing to rise, who say yes to this challenge, will come out the other side feeling lighter, stronger, and more connected to their true self. You won't be controlled by fear, shame, or old pain anymore. You'll be living from your soul, from your truth, and from a place of deep spiritual power and peace. Successfully navigating the Scorpion Gateway requires specific approaches and practices that support alignment with your highest timeline. Perhaps the most essential requirement during this passage is stillness. If you've been consistently doing your inner work, you'll likely feel a new frequency unlocking through your heart center and energetic field. You'll feel naturally drawn toward honesty, simplicity, and divine alignment. This is the moment to listen deeply to these signals. However, if you remain caught in digital noise, emotional drama, or overthinking, you're actively blocking the transformative energy this moon is trying to deliver. You cannot receive clear guidance, insights, or activations if your field is cluttered with distractions. The choice to create space for stillness is no longer optional. It's a requirement for energetic alignment during this critical period. Create non-negotiable time each day to disconnect from artificial stimuli and reconnect with your authentic center. Turn off your phone, step away from social media, and pause the constant stream of external information. Breathe deeply and ask yourself, what's truly dominating your thoughts and emotional landscape? Is it supporting your highest evolution or hindering it? If it's not serving your growth, this is the time to release. This passage will strip away the gray area between ego-driven choices and soul-aligned direction. You'll feel the stark contrast between fear-based reactions and intuitive guidance more clearly than ever before. One path will feel heavy, contracted, and repetitive, while the other will feel clear, expansive, and unmistakably true, even when it challenges your comfort zone. The most important guidance for this gateway is to make irreversible, soul-aligned decisions without waiting for external validation or perfect conditions. This is your inner call to finalize what you've been postponing. The energetic timelines have already split, and hesitation now will cost you access to the higher possibilities that are available. Trust the inner knowing that brought you to this awareness in the first place. The Scorpion Gateway presents a powerful opportunity for transformation that arrives at exactly the right moment in our collective evolution. This passage isn't meant to be feared, but embraced as the divine catalyst it truly is. Whatever falls away during this time isn't being lost. It's being removed so you can stop lying to yourself and step fully into your authentic power. You're not encountering this message by accident. Your soul has guided you to this understanding because you're ready for clarity, closure, and the courage to make life-changing decisions. You already know what needs to end, what needs to shift, and what you're no longer available for. The clarity is here. The timeline is moving. This is your confirmation to trust what you've been feeling. Now is your time to rise fully, unapologetically, and without looking back. No more hesitation, no more negotiating with misalignment. This moment will not repeat itself. You've already crossed the threshold. Now the question is whether you'll take aligned action or slide back into cycles your soul is begging you to escape. If this message has resonated with you and supported your journey, please consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with others who might benefit from this timely guidance. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more spiritual insights and energetic updates that will help you navigate these transformative times with greater awareness and purpose. I'd love to hear about your experiences with the Scorpion Gateway in the comments below. What are you releasing? What clarity have you received? Your shares not only help you process this transition, but also create a supportive community for others walking this path. Remember, your journey matters, your evolution ripples out into the collective, and your courage to transform inspires others to do the same. Until next time, stay aligned with your truth and trust the unfolding of your highest timeline.